Hi everyone and welcome back to a new daily recap, trading gold on the 1 minute time frame aiming for a 1-to-1 risk to reward. Today I also want to talk about whether it's better to trade on CFDs or on futures when trading gold. But before I show you all of this, if you want to support me, please subscribe to the channel because I saw that 80% of you is not yet subscribed. So today I only traded the London Open because you will see I already opened many trades and I'm already done for the day. So as you can see, price was going lower after taking Asian highs and I was aiming for this swing low, and right at the beginning of London Open immediately price inverted this fair value gap after retracing, and this could have been a really nice trade. The problem is that I just came in front of the chart and I wasn't really ready. I wasn't awake because it was 20 minutes that I was awake. So I was not really prepared yet to trade. So yeah, I missed this trade, unfortunately. And then price proceeded to take this swing low and started to retrace higher. So at that point, once this price level was taken, I was aiming at this 50-minute fair value gap. And as you can see, price reached it immediately. And at that point, I wanted to see how price would have reacted from here because it could have either gone lower or gone higher. And as you can see, price started to retrace a little bit and then started to go higher. And here is it's the first point I want to talk about, whether it's better to trade on CFDs or on futures, because honestly, there is no game. I mean, futures are 100 times better because in this example, okay, I saw the price took this high and broke structure, okay, forming a fair value gap. And when I saw price entering the fair value gap, rejecting it, then testing it again and making this candle right here, I wanted to enter long, okay? I wanted to enter long like this. As always, I aim for a 1-to-1 risk to reward. So as you can see, I would have made my profit. The problem is that I'm trading on ftmo. And on ftmo, you're trading CFDs. So what I ended up doing is not this trade, but this trade. So basically, my stop loss wasn't big enough for to open the trade right here because I didn't have enough leverage, and I waited, and after I saw this fair value gap being respected, I entered, and the spread, which is the real problem here, filled me up here, and at that point I was simply wrong. So the whole idea went by. And here there were two problems. So the first one was the spread, but the second problem is also that on ftmo I didn't have enough leverage because I am trading with a swing type account and I have reduced leverage. So the two things combined didn't allow me to enter where I wanted, and I ended up entering right here. So that was the first problem. And after that I saw price going lower, and my idea was that this swing low on the 50-minute time frame was next. So at that point, I waited for an entry, and as you can see, price retraced inside this fair value gap and rejected immediately. Again, my idea was to enter short right here, placing the stop loss above the high, aiming for a 1-to-1 risk to reward, okay? And it was perfect. But my problem, as I said, is the spread and the leverage. So what happened is that I didn't enter what I wanted, but I ended up entering right here because I had to wait for the stop loss to be big enough in terms of points to enter, and this was the point. And also, you have to include spreads. So my stop loss wasn't really here when I placed it, was right about here, and also the take profit couldn't be here. I had to include spreads, so it went down there. And at the end of the day, it's not a 1-to-1 anymore. And as you can see, price took this level and reversed, stopping me out. So again, for the same reason as last trade, I got stepped out instead of making a profit. And this time I was even I was really close. After that, price retraced again into the 50-minute fair value gap, and I saw this inversion fair value gap being created, and I thought about entering right here, short, okay, like this. But I wasn't too confident at this point because I was already kind of tilted, so I didn't want to risk it. And of course, it would have gone well even with the ftmo conditions, okay? And after that, I saw that price formed this fair value gap, and at this point, I thought the price wanted to reach again this low. What I wanted to do was entering right here, okay, at the close of this candle, placing the stop loss above the high, aiming for a 1-to-1 risk to reward. As you can see, on futures, I would have made my profit. But I'm trading on CFDs, so this is where I got filled because it was the first moment that I could enter the trade. And of course, the trade was already gone, as you can see, and I got stopped out. And again, when you are scalping, you don't really need to be right about your analysis. I was wrong. This level wasn't reached, but I don't care because if I enter like I wanted, like I could have on futures, I would have made my profit. So it doesn't really matter at the end, like when you're scalping. But that's what I have to deal with. And at that point on my challenge, I had left only $1,400, and I was tilted like I don't know, like I was really tilted. And I said, okay, I will open one last trade, okay, and we'll see how we'll go. Because at this point, I don't really care anymore. So I decided to risk $1,300 with this setup. So basically, I waited for price to enter this fair value gap, reacting, and spread filled me up here. I used a larger stop loss because otherwise I couldn't have entered, okay? And I was aiming at this swing high. So basically I made about 1.3 R more or less. But again, even with this trade, it went well, okay? But what I would have done if I could have was entering right here once the fair value gap showed support, placing the stop loss at this low, okay, always aiming at a 1-to-1 risk to reward. I would have been out immediately. It's just different, okay? Like on futures, you have many opportunities that on CFDs you simply don't. And it's not really a problem of every market because yes, also if you're trading NASDAQ, you have the spread and you have like the leverage, which maybe isn't the same. But on gold, you feel it way harder than NASDAQ because if you, let's say that on FTMO, okay, you use a 20-point stop loss on NASDAQ, you would have like 1 point of spread, which is 5%. But if you are trying to open a trade on FTMO with 3 points of stop loss and the spread is like half a point or 0.6, it's almost 20%. It's too much. You cannot scalp on the 1 minute on gold on FTMO. Like it's too, like the conditions aren't ideal. Okay, you have to like really wait, and regardless of that, the spread will always be high. Even if you have a 6-point stop loss, it will be like 10%. It's too much. And also at the end of the day, CFDs are not even real markets. So the real market is on futures. So that's where the movement come from, not CFDs. So you're like right now not even trading a real market, you know, even if I would say that with gold it's a little bit different. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't change the reality. So as you can see on my FTMO dashboard, these are the 4 trades that I opened today. And this is the current status of my FTMO challenge. As you can see, I am at minus 6.8%. And I mean, on Monday, I will continue to trade. But I mean, at this point, I don't know what to do because I'm thinking about maybe switching to futures prop firms because at least I would have nice executions and nice conditions. The problem is that I don't know, because honestly, overall conditions for trading on those prop firms are not good because you have like, you can't really fail many trades and you can even make much money, like especially in this time period, because they will move you live with less funds. So it doesn't make sense for you to trade anymore at that point. So you can't really treat them as you can with the CFDs prop firms. And of course, if you are living like in America and you don't have any other option, okay, but I am living in Italy, so I could choose and I don't really know what to do. So let me know in the comments, what would you do in my situation? If you like this video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next week with new day recaps.